Continuing on with materials, even though this house is done as is, I do want to look at one more concept. Specifically, just like we did with roofs, you can have 2D materials, which we use for the roofs, as well as creating 3D materials that just add a lot of nice texture. So even though this particular project does not have any, say, 3D wall textures like siding, for example, we're going to go ahead and put some on in a certain areas, just to show you what that's like. And you can see that again in my junkyard collections, my library collections, I have blocks, elevations, and siding. And in this one, we're going to look at adding in siding board, and then the next one we'll look at adding in kind of like shake siding to get some three-dimensionality to it. So let's just go ahead and we'll grab some of these pieces. We even have what would be sideboards for windows, corner boards, and so we'll grab all that and bring it in. And so we'll paste it, and really it can be a somewhat complicated thing to do, but in reality it's really not, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I'm going to grab both these pieces because I have the bottom is slightly different. That's just kind of, it's a starter piece, and in reality it's like a 1x2 starter piece that sits right there, so it just gives more of a realistic idea to it. And then this is just here so that we can plop it on and copy it up as many times as we need to get as big of a piece as we need, which I'm actually gonna, I think, add this next level to it and just plop it in right here just to get a nice tall piece of siding board. There we go. And I'm going to grab all this. Let's make a copy. I'm going to explode and run my clean command and Control G to make it a group. So with that, let's come here and maybe we'll grab this by, I said it's bottom corner, and we'll throw it right here in this corner, and we're going to rotate it to where we want it to go. And we're going to edit this, and now all we need to do now is just give it a path to follow. So let's say we're going to put it on this front wall, this side wall, and this back wall, but we don't want it to go the porch. The porch we want to leave as maybe stucco. So we'll just give it its U shape for it to run, and we select the path for it to follow, and just using follow me command, there we go, we have a nice siding wall created. I'm going to turn that into a group and hide it for a second, because really the next piece we want to deal with would be adding in our window cutouts. So what I want to do, actually didn't mean to do that. So really the shutters would sit on top of the siding, so we just need to cut out, say where the trim is. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hide all of my shutters just because I don't want to deal with them right now. I just need to give myself, since I hid the wall, something to get back into the group. So if I click this, there we go. Yes, that's there. Hide. And we can say draw this for where the window is going to be cut out, and this for our head and sill, and simply combine the two and erase out that. And maybe before I actually turn it into a block, I'm going to copy it to where I need to. And again, just like most things, once you have one version of it, you can have multiple versions pretty quickly. just by using the copy command. And remember, this one is actually slightly different, so let's say we'll cut that. And actually, maybe just for sake of demonstration, maybe let's only do the siding along the bottom, and we'll let this trim be where the siding stops. Uh, typically I think the siding would be on top, but again, we're just really showing this more for demonstration purposes. So we're just going to continue and quickly add in our cutouts. And it's got 2 more to do, and we should be good to go. This one we just need to pull it in so that we can tailor to the door, and really we'll use this same piece for the sliding glass door. So we'll come down to there and copy you to there, and there we go. So looks like we grabbed some pieces in another move, so we'll just fix those real quick. So we would just do the same thing there, but for the sake of time, I was going to show you what I want to do. And so I'm actually just going to push and pull this kind of on both sides. And if you've been paying attention to this point, you probably get an idea as to what we're trying to accomplish, which is we're going to create our cutting boxes. So now with our siding there, I can just grab these and using our subtraction tool, quickly go in and cut out our siding. Similar, we know that we have this trim, so I'm just going to draw this big box and push it up, and then we can just come in here and snap it to, say, my trim right there, and we'll turn this into a group, and I can just cut my siding right there. So you can see very quickly we have the siding that fits perfect with where we want to need, well, where we need. And again, you would just do these windows here the exact same way. If you had you know, more specific kinds of trims that you'd want to cut around, you can say, let's put this back to where this was across like this. If you had an elaborate trim, you can just simply take your, we'll turn this into a group, Control C, and undo, and then come here, and you can just paste it in here, and if you really want to, once you put the group in, again, just use your subtraction tools. This is telling me it's not solid anymore, just because we had those errant commands. There we go, and boom, you would just simply be able to cut things out that way. And so that's all it is just using your solid tools where it fits, and cutting out the holes you need, and as you can see, you can quickly add a lot of nice detail in there.